Hi, Troy Packet. Hi, good morning. Welcome to my live. Thank you for joining. Please kindly share this live for others to join. Please kindly share this live for others to join. We have a very important topic to talk about, and trust me, this topic has to be discussed within everyone. Everyone needs this. Abru Kamo, hi. Welcome to my live. Tony Paget, thank you for joining my live. Kama, thank you for joining my live. God bless you. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching me from? And have you subscribed to this channel? Have you subscribed to our channel? If you haven't done so, please kindly do so. So welcome to my channel, my people, my family, beautiful Oyoyo Kitchen family. Welcome to this channel. Thank you for joining. Married AI Sharia. Welcome to my live. Thank you for joining, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Okay, you're watching me from India. Wow, that's great. India. Thank you so much. Kindly help me share this live, okay? Because we have a very important topic to discuss right now. We're talking about girl-child education, the importance of girl-child education. I know you all understand. I will report you, good luck. You will report me to who? Who are you reporting me to? I don't understand. Report me. Why? Why do you want to report me? What have I done wrong? Tell me what I've done wrong. So guys, we'll be discussing about girl child education. Okay, this is a very important topic that I know many people wants to hear, and it's important we all know about it. Very important we talk about it, we discuss it, the benefit and the reason why you should educate your girl child. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. And the reason why you should educate your girl child, first and foremost, what is the meaning of girl child education? Okay, girl child education is to make sure that your girl child undergo a formal education. If not, the child will be vulnerable. That child will be vulnerable to the ills of the society. Okay, that child, if a child does not undergo formal education, that child might be exposed to the ills of the society. That child, will undergo so many issues, so many problems. Okay, so if you have a girl child or you have any girl child, what are you doing? I'm from Nigeria. What am I doing? I'm talking on a topic, girl child education. Girl child education. If you have a girl at home, if you have a baby girl, the reason why you should educate that child. Yes, it's very important you educate your child, a girl child. Don't allow that child to remain uneducated. Even if you want to give that child, you want that child to acquire a skill, first and foremost, that child needs education because it's very important. I'm going to be telling you and I'm going to be giving you examples of the reason why you must do that, why you must educate your girl child, why it is important, why it is necessary, okay, for you to educate your girl child. Just like I said, girl child education is making sure that your girl child undergoes a formal education. Yes, if not, that girl, that's your child, will be vulnerable, will be exposed to the ills of the society. You know, in the society where we belong to, especially in Africa where we come from, girl child, sometimes they are not valued. Yes, some of our parents of those days, they will tell you, oh, it's not necessary to educate a girl child, that if you educate that child, that afterwards the child will get married and finally go to the husband, and it will not be useful to the family. But trust me, as it stands right now, educating a girl child is very, very important. What our forefathers, what our grandfathers, our grandparents talked about educating a child, for me, it's not it. It's barbaric and it is uncivilized. As in the world where we are, that the world has developed, is developing, the world is improving, the world has, going very far, is very necessary and very important and very crucial for every girl child to be educated, to be embarked in school, not to be left to walk around, to wander around the streets. Okay, so it's very, very important. Why do I say it's very important? Here we'll be speaking on the benefits of girl child education. The benefit of girl child education: number one, we'll be talking of she will be an asset to her family and to the nation, even to the husband and that. Trust me, any child who is undergoes education, a formal education, that child automatically becomes an asset to the family. That child becomes an asset to even the husband that he or she will marry in future. That child will never be a liability. That girl child will grow up and become very important to the society. That child will improve to the growth of the nation. Okay, every child, that any girl child that you educate, a parent educates, you look around that child will become so important tomorrow. Secondly, she will be bold and confident. Okay, that's the benefit of educating a girl child, is that when you educate your girl child, she becomes bold and confident. She grows up and becomes that confident woman that you want to see, not the naive one, not the one that cannot even tell about his or her left. So it's good to give a child education, a girl child, especially a girl child. Sometimes it's even better for a girl child to undergo that education more than the male child. A male child can learn a skill, trust me, while a girl child will make sure that your girl child undergoes education. If not for anything, formal education is very, very important. Don't say it's not important, that, oh, after, just like where we are coming from in Africa, they most of the time they will always say that girl child, going to school for a girl child is not necessary because that child will end up getting married and will not be favored the family. No, this, at in the world where we are today, is important for you to educate your girl child, because that girl child will grow up and become most important in that home. Okay, that is it. Number three, we'll talk about she will be bold and confident. She will be independent. Any child you educate, any girl child you educate, just watch out and see how independent that child becomes. That child will not be a one that will rely on. If you look at the world where we are coming from, some girls who did not undergo education, formal education, who are under their parents, you see most of them remains under the parents even at the age of 30. You will still see a girl staying on the roof of his parents saying, mommy thank you, mommy thank you, instead of you to be out there working, doing something, providing for your family. Family is not the one providing for you. Why is it so? Why is so? Is because that family has taken the wrong decision of not training that child in school. So if that child has been educated, that, trust me, that child will have that access of being independent. That child will have the lifestyle. That child will become independent. You understand? That child will have something doing. Okay. So the fourth aspect of it is she will be highly respected in the society. Any child who undergoes education, any child who is educated, who is respected. And the society where I come from, in Africa where we come from, yes, if a girl did not go to school, she's not being respected. She's being molested. Sometimes you see that girl will fall into the hand of hoodlums. Yeah, that girl child will fall into the hands of bad guys, bad boys. They will abuse her and dump her. But if a girl goes to school, is educated, that child becomes highly respected. When they see that child in society, they will say, oh, that lady, she's educated. It's even the society that will tell others that, oh, she's educated, she's not an illiterate. You see, that is how respected a girl child becomes when he or she becomes educated. So if you have a girl child who has not been educated, who has not passed through school, who hasn't go to school, please kindly do favor. Do that child a favor of putting that child back to school. Or if you have a girl child under your roof who you are putting down and is not going to school, she's just there, doing something that is doesn't want it, try and put that child in school. That is the only good thing you can do for that child. And when you do it, trust me, you are already strategically planning for the future. Yes, sometimes when you train a girl child to grow up, it's not just the moral benefits, okay? It's also a strategic way of planning for the future. Yeah, because when you invest into a girl child, you see that child coming up and become useful even to you. Sometimes you are in problem, you call your children, you one that will run after, that will come and head to that head of that problem becomes that girl child. So it's important we train our girl child to become something for the future. So the fifth aspect of it too is that she will become respected. The husband that will end up marrying her tomorrow, they will respect her. Husband family will respect her. Everybody around her will respect her. Especially in this environment where we come from, in Africa where we come from. I will always use Africa for an instance because it's only in Africa that we always not value girls' child. Other Western world, they value their girl child. They make sure they train them up to the university level. They make sure that they undergo higher level of education. Anyhow they want to go, they will make sure. But it's here in Africa you see, if someone will give birth to a baby girl, they will tell you, oh, that girl, after all, is a girl. You will end up getting married and forgetting the family. But it's not like that. Any child who is being trained by the family, the parents, a reasonable girl child who is being trained and forgets that family, that means that child is a waste child. Yes, any reasonable child a parents trained, okay, turns back and become an asset to that family. Even when she is married, even when she is settled, even when she's not around, trust me, she will never forget his or her family. She will always put her family first, even before the family where she is married. You know why? Because the family has given her that background which she needed. Even if your child, a girl child, you want that child not to go to school and you want the child to learn a skill, fine. Learning a skill is not wrong. It's not bad. But trust me, it's good when even if you are learning a skill, try to even if you are learning a skill, try to make sure that that child is educated. Being educated and having a skill works perfectly well. It becomes more perfect when that child is educated at the same time have a skill. Because you can have a skill without having the knowledge on how to use your skill. Do you understand? You can have a skill. You can have a skill. For instance, now I can be a hairdresser. Yeah, I can be a hairstylist. At the same time, I'm not educated. It's not going to be easy for me to handle a business in that career, in that skill. Yes, but if I am educated and at the same time I am a stylist, I have a skill, you know I can have that uh intelligence of telling myself, okay, I want to start up a business. Then I can know a way I will strategize and make sure that my business moves forward. So having a skill and at the same time being educated is 100% perfect. But telling a child that, oh, go and learn a skill, education is not important. Trust me, you are not doing good to that child. You are doing bad to that child. That child will grow up and will not like the situation you put her. But if a child is educated and at the same time have a skill, it goes a very long way. Okay, so what are we saying? So there are so many fields of endeavor where a girl child can be trained. There are so many fields now. In the world where we are into now, it's not a time that you say, okay, during those days we want to look for admission as a girl, they will ask you, what do you want to read in school? Somebody will say, I want to be engineer. You say, no, engineer is for men, that is men course. It's not like that. In the world where we are now, courses all over, all the professional courses, anybody, any gender can read it. You okay? So there are endeavors where your girl child can be trained on. They can be trained to be a nurse. Now, even a male child is becoming a nurse. So they can be trained to become a nurse as well. Secondly, your girl child can be trained again to become a pilot. The world where we are in today is not the time you say, oh, pilots are just for men. No, there are women pilots now. And trust me, they earn more higher than the men. In fact, those careers, those fields, those endeavors, those fields, those professions that men do, that women are running from, any woman that undergoes those courses now becomes more valuable than even the man that reads it. For example, if a woman becomes a pilot, you know what it is? That woman will go very far. If a woman becomes an engineer, which in the norms before we used to believe engineers are for men, but now in the world where we are into, a woman can read any course. It's not meant for a particular person. So if a woman becomes an engineer now, that woman earns 80% more than the men, because she will be needed everywhere. It's easy for a woman to grow in those fields, to become more important than the male, because women are valued due to their nature of humanity, due to their nature of human, based on the fact that they are women. They are valued everywhere. So if you come to job aspect, let's say we have two engineers, one as a female, one as a male, and there's a job opportunity that opens. Trust me, in that company, they will prefer going for the female gender than the male gender. They will prefer going for the female gender. That is why I tell you that in fields today, professions around the world today, now, if a woman reads a course that we used to believe that is meant for men, those courses like pilots, engineers, doctors, if women read it now, trust me, that woman will go very far, more than a male child reading that course. So girl child education is very, very crucial. And here, I meant to let you know that educating a girl child is not just a moral obligation, but a strategic investment for the future. I hope you understand. It's very simple. If you educate your girl child, it's not just a moral obligation. Trust me, strategically, you are building and you are investing for the future. But if you allow your girl child to waste, trust me, you are not doing good to that girl child. You are not doing good. You are not really doing good for that girl child. If you allow your girl child not to undergo education, you are not really doing good for that girl child. So if you have a girl child that inside your mind you're telling yourself, oh, because she's a girl, she don't need to go to school. Why? Because tomorrow when she got married, she will never be useful to the family. Please, kindly erase such kind of mentality. Those are barbaric kind of mentality. Those are the things that our forefathers think of, and trust me, it really affects so many of them, because that mistake that they have taken not to educate their girl child has affected them in so many ways. Just check in this world where we are now, that families that educate their girl child, that give them the best education, just watch and see how far those children goes, how far those ladies, those women go. I can't mention them, but I know many of them, many of our women who undergoes good education, who the parents close their eyes, do some certain things to make sure that that child undergoes education. We know how far they've gone in life. Those years when I was growing up, I already told myself, I said, I want to go to school, I want to be a graduate, because we're a family where I come from, the money is not there. It's not like my parents don't have that motive of sending everyone to university. All of us are intelligent in my family. We are very, very intelligent, and my mother wished for every one of us to go to higher institution. But the finance is not just there. So then my father used to tell me, oh, go and learn a trade. When you finish school, go and learn a trade. I'm not saying it's wrong, because after all, after everything, I still learn a skill. But I told myself, I want to go to school. I want to be a graduate. I want to go to the end of it. I want to make sure I train myself. In as much as there is no money, but what do? I have to embark myself in some things just to make sure I go to school. And that determination that I took towards myself, it works for me. And I become educated. At the same time, I learn a skill. I learn not just a skill, I learn skills. And let's say, for instance, I wasn't educated. All these skills that I learned, I want to have known how to use them. That education has pushed me far. It has made me to believe that, okay, even with the skill you have, you can start up a business. You can be an entrepreneur. You can do better. You can do good without working for somebody. You can even grow your business. So, girl child education is very, very paramount. It's very important. Okay? It's very, very important. It's a way of investing for the future. It's not just for the present. Don't call it a waste. When you are investing money towards your girl child, towards your female child, towards the female gender around you, when you are investing money just to make sure that person undergoes formal education, don't see it as a waste. Just see it as an investment. You are investing on behalf of that child. Another benefit of it is empowerment and equality. It builds confidence and independence towards that child. It builds confidence and independence towards that child. I can give you for an instance. Many of all these our girls who are in the streets doing prostitutions and other things, when you look around, many of them are not educated. Many are not educated. That is the reason why they have chosen such kind of lifestyle. Someone who undergoes formal education or who is educated, I don't think that person will say, okay, it's prostitution I want to be doing as a living. I want to do it for a living. That person will have that mentality of thinking, okay, and now that I'm a graduate, what do I do next? How do I start? How do I move forward? How do I go far? How do I achieve my goal? Because there's no one in this life that doesn't have a goal. We all have goals. All of us have a goal that we need to achieve. So that lady out there doing prostitution, she is probably doing it because she didn't have that opportunity to go to school. If she has had that opportunity to go to school, she will not be in the street sleeping around with men. She won't do that. Because she doesn't have that opportunity. That's why you see her looking for men that will assist her, men that will give her money. She don't have the mind of her own. She only believes on what people will give her before she will succeed. She don't believe that on her own she can work at something. On her own she can plan On her own, she can make it. On her own, she can work and it will be successful. So educating your girl child is very important. Educating your girl child too can bring economic growth. In the sense that educated child, they earn more. When a girl child is educated, she earns more. She earns more. And when she earns more, she helps in building the economy in her own way. She earns more in the job she do. She will not believe in anybody. She will not look on anyone for survival. She will believe in herself. Even if she can't get a job, she will tell herself, okay, let me start up something. She would have that mindset of her telling herself that, okay, let me start something. Because when someone is independent, that means you have a thought of your own. You have a mindset of your own. You have self-belief. You believe in yourself. You have self-confidence. You have courage. You have determination. You can tell yourself, this is what I want, and you go for it, and you succeed. When someone don't have the opportunity to go to school, so many things happen. That person becomes vulnerable to the society. That person becomes exposed to the ills and evil of the society. Men would use her and dump her. Men would use her based on the fact that she doesn't have a mind of her own. She only believes in what she will gain from men. She doesn't believe that on her own she can equally survive. That is one of the disadvantages of not training your girl child. She becomes so vulnerable. Men will equally disrespect her. Trust me, it is even people around that girl that will tell men coming for her and marry that, oh, now that girl you won't marry, she's an illiterate. She's not educated. So giving your girl child best education is the best thing you can ever do for that child. It's the best achievement you can do for that child. It's the best investment you can invest in that child. So every girl child deserves that opportunity to go to school. Every girl child deserves opportunity to go to school. Parents, even if you don't have the money, please do well and find a way to make sure that child goes to school. Even if it means you selling akara in the streets, even if it means you frying akara or selling pap, even if it means you selling mama put on the street, for you to make sure that your girl child undergoes formal education, please kindly do so. It's very important. If I wasn't educated, when I find myself in Dubai, I don't know what my fate would have been. Because what I see with my two eyes, I won't be able to say it all. What I see with my two eyes, my experiences, what I witnessed, what I passed through, I won't be able to fathom it. But because I was educated and at the same time I have a skill, I tell myself, okay, now that we are on lockdown, what do I do? How do I pay my dues? How do I pay my rent? Because where I am is a no man land. I don't have family there. I went there on my own as a young girl. I went for it to survive. I went to look for a job, a better paying job, which I was doing before the lockdown. But I told myself, I said, no, I can't continue like this. I need to do something. That is when creativity comes in. That is when creativity come in. And I tell myself, okay, you can cook. Why can't you start cooking and selling? That was how I made small flyers. I made small flyer. I started sharing to my African brothers around me. And I was telling some, I sell food. That was how I survived in the streets of Dubai during the lockdown. I started selling food. I started selling food. I see so many of our girls doing prostitutions. And trust me, all these girls, many of them, 80-90% of them do not have a formal education. I saw one that I love so much. I called her. She's a small girl, like small girl. Even me, I senior that girl. I called her. I say, why did you choose to come here to do this? She now told me that she was not aware that this was what she's coming to do. I said, how can you tell me you're not aware? All the way from Nigeria to Dubai, you want to tell me you don't know that you're coming to do this? She said she wasn't aware. That is when she get to Dubai, she realized that this was the kind of thing they want her to do. So what are we saying in the essence? If that girl was to be an educated girl child, would that child, won't that girl be bold enough to even ask questions before she embark into a journey? Before you leave your country to another country with a passport, you ask questions. You have that boldness to ask. You have the confidence to ask somebody taking you, please, what am I going to do there? What kind of job? Then, even if she tells you this is what you're going to do, you too will make a research. You will make a research to equally know if what the person is telling you is the truth. But because she lacked that education, because she lacked that formal education, because she lacked intellect, because she lacked knowledge, she couldn't have that confidence to ask. Because she is in this, or how do I say it? She was in the stage of her life that she wants to go. Anything goes. Whatever it is, it goes. How can I, as a person, cross border without me knowing what I'm going to do in the border where I cross to? Then, until when I get to that place, that is when I will now realize that, okay, what I thought I'm going to do is not what I end up doing. It's not possible. It's not possible at all. It can never be possible for me, for someone like me. Yes, I know everyone cannot be me. Everyone cannot reason the way I reason. Everyone cannot have maybe the knowledge the way I have my own. But parents, it is in our capacity. It is in our hands. It is in us. It is God has given it to us. God gave us children for us to take care of, not for us to leave them, not for us to allow them to wander around. It is the handwork of parents to know the whereabouts of their children, to know what they are doing, to know when they are supposed to live under their roof and when they are supposed not to. And the funny aspect is that most of all these girls I see outside, most of all those girls, their parents are aware of what they come to do. I know one that her parents know she's there. She keeps sending money to the parents. And I was like, don't your parents know what you are doing? She said, they know now. Say money no dey now. They no get choice. So guys, it's very important to educate our girl child. So the next benefit we have here is healthier families. When a girl child is educated, that child doesn't end up entering into early marriage, which she doesn't know the meaning. That child becomes more mature, more civilized, more knowledgeable, more understanding, more comprehensive to understand what marriage is all about before she embarks into married life. When a child is educated, that child have a healthier family, in the sense that the girl child marries at the right time, and give birth to fewer children instead of giving birth to so many children that they cannot be able to cater. So educating your girl child is very, very crucial, very important. Even if the money is not there for you to educate that child, at least you need to start doing something. Find a way to fix yourself in doing something, so that you make sure that that child at least undergoes formal education. Even if the child did not read up to university level, even if the child is not up to did not graduate, but let that child at least undergo primary, secondary school, especially secondary school. If you go to the street today, you see many small girls on the street. Their parents will send them to be begging. They are not handicapped. They have two hands, they have two legs, they have two eyes. Parents will send them to be begging on the street. Those are the girls that are supposed to be in school. Those are the future of tomorrow. That's the future of this generation. I have to be honest with you. Training a girl child is more important than training a male child, a male gender. Because when you do that to a girl child, you are investing towards the future. Investment that you enjoy, like you enjoy, and you will keep on enjoying till your old age, till when you will be called to glory. A man can go and learn a skill. A boy can learn work. But a girl needs to go to school. It's important. How I wish our parents know this before now. How I wish all our parents knows this before now. That is important for them to train their girl child. Instead of them to say, oh, when they train them, they will end up getting married, and forget it, they will forget the family. That is what we keep hearing those days. They will tell you, oh, that girl, they say, she will go and learn work, or after primary school, she will go and learn trade. Look at in the world where we are today. The women are the one pushing things in families. The women are the one making things to happen. The women are the one, like, if you go to any family now where a woman is giving best education, just watch and see the result between the female child and the male child. There's always a difference. It's something that you can't say is the same. It's never the same. Sometimes men will give that best education, but trust me, they will not invest in their family. They will go after another woman. They rather train another girl in the school than investing in their own family. Most of the times. Not every time. Most of the time. But I think majority. But if it's a girl child that you invested your money into, I said, okay, this is my child. I'm going to train her for primary school, secondary school, university, till the end of it. That child will not disappoint you, except that child is an ingrate. Any girl child you give the best education will never disappoint you, unless that child is an ingrate. Unless that girl child is an ingrate. Then another benefit of educating a girl child is it delays marriages. It delays marriages in the sense that when you educate a child, that child will not just run into getting married at early age. Like now you can see some cultures, some places, you see a small girl child getting married at the age of 13, 15, 14. It's not worth it. 15, 13, that child is supposed to be in school. What does a child of 13, 15 years know about marriage? It was those days, towards those era of my mother's time. That was when girls get married at the age of 16, 17. It was those years, not now. Because what would that child know? What does she know about marriage at that early age? All she knows is just to give birth, stay at home and be giving birth, becomes a liability to a man. And she will not be respected. The man that ends up marrying her will not respect her because she will turn out to become a liability in that house. Because the only thing she will be doing is to give birth. To give birth without control. And when you give birth to like 5, 6, you will not be able to train them. You still make them become the same person you are. But when a child is educated, that child stays mature and know the meaning of marriage and know what marriage is all about. So that when he or she, and when she enters the marriage, she not think of how she can, maybe she give birth to 1 or 2 that she can be able to give the breast. Yes, she give birth to 1 or 2 that she'll give the breast. Not as of that days where my parents give birth to 8, 9, 10, 12 children. One person. And none of them, you can't even train them in school. You leave them wandering around. Those periods, they use girl child as an asset for family, how do I say it? How do I say family heritage? They will not say, oh, this one now is an asset. When husband people come, they will bring bride price. That is the only benefit of a girl child those days. They say, oh, they will not say, okay, that woman, she has 5 girls. They will not start counting how many tubers of yam she will gain on behalf of those 5 girls. No education, no formal education. You gave birth to a girl child because of the bride price you are going to collect on top of her head. So guys, if you have a girl child, that you haven't embarked in school when necessary, please kindly do so. Kindly do so. for the benefit of that child, benefit of the family, and also the benefit of the society at large. In the world where we are today, they will tell you, oh, education is a scam. It's not a scam. Education is not a scam. It's important. Education is only a scam in Nigeria where people, when you are educated, you believe that once you are educated, that if you didn't get a job, it becomes a scam. Trust me, when you are educated, you should be able to reason. You should be able to be creative. You should be able to think of what to do for yourself. You shouldn't depend on the government. You shouldn't depend on your family. You shouldn't depend on people around you. You too, as an educated person, you should be creative. You should be thinking. You should have your own mindset. You should have a mind of your own. You should be able to tell yourself, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. This is where I want to end up. That is the reason why people go to school. You go to learn. Where I come from, they say it's Marahedum. Maradum, that is Marahedum. Know everything. When you are educated, you should be able to know the right and the wrong, the good and the bad. You should know the good, better, and best. Why are you knowing all those things? You are knowing all those things so that it will help you as a person. It will help you as a person to build up yourself. So that when you wake up, you see yourself going towards the bad thing. Your mind will tell you, oh, where I am going is not the right place I should be. Where I'm going is wrong. I need to leave this place. I need to change my direction. That is why you are educated. You got there to learn bad, good, everything. You learn everything. Then you make use of the good ones. So educating your girl child is very, very important, very paramount, very, very important. If you haven't done that, or if you are not having that in your mindset, please try and have that in your mindset. It's very important. There's still so many disadvantages of not educating your girl child. There's so many disadvantages. Number one, that child becomes vulnerable. Number two, that child will be molested. That child will not be respected. That child will not have confidence. That child will become independent. So the best you can give your girl child, please kindly do so. It's very important. This is a very important topic that every parent should take very serious. If you are a mother, you are a father, you are upcoming father, you're upcoming mother, or you have the mindset tomorrow, okay, I will get married, I'll have children. Start having it in your back of your mind that, oh, when you have a girl child, that whatever it takes for you to give that child the best education, that you will definitely do that. You start telling yourself that, start building yourself towards that. It's very, very important. So guys, just like we are saying, educating a girl child is very important. You guys know, you understand what we talk about in this topic. We started by explaining what a girl child is, trying to let you know that it is a way of giving your girl child a formal education so that that child will not be vulnerable to the society, to the ills of the society, so that that child will not be exposed to the evils of the society. When a child is educated, a child has a mindset of her own. When a girl child is educated, it will give that child the confidence to do things, confidence to speak out, confidence to say something. So many reps today that we are hearing in the internet, they say she is raped. Can someone like me as a learned person be raped? I don't think so. So sometimes when we hear these things, she is raped, they took her to Libya for prostitution job, they do this. Hello, if that girl child is educated, will that child just be, they just rape her like that? Before they will rape her, she will even speak out, she will shout, she will scream. Before she will even find herself where she will be raped, her creativity might have told her, oh, this place I'm going to is not right for me to go. Based on the fact that she's educated, based on the things that she has learned, based on the good and the bad she has seen in the school environment where she was growing up, based on the confidence that she had built within herself, based on the shyness that she has removed from herself towards school. I can remember those years when I was in the university. They will give us an assignment on a topic. They say, okay, this topic, we are going to share ourselves in groups. We'll speak about, we'll debate about it. Those that are against it and those that are for it. When you come to those groups that they form us to be, you will see some that are shy. Some are very shy that they can't even speak. They can't stand in front of the class and they speak in public. But trust me, when that child undergoes that education for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, before the final year, that shyness will drive away. It will all go. That is one of the importance of educating a girl child. That child will be exposed. That child will not feel shy any longer. Will not say, okay, I'm shy to talk, I'm shy to go to this place. That child will not be shy. That child will be bold enough to go anywhere and to any length that she wants to go. Because why? She has been exposed in that educational level. She has been exposed with other people. She has been exposed in so many ways. So that shyness has driven away from her. So she will be bold and confident to speak, to do whatever she wants to do. So most of the time, those group that will be formed those years, they'll tell me, oh, because me, right from the time, I'm not a shy person. I'm not a shy person. Right from when I was growing, I've never been a shy for waiting. Me will say, in the family where I come from, I've already told myself I want to go to school from that early stage. That I know that, okay, after secondary school, my parents will not be able to cater for my university level. I don't already tell myself, say, me, I will go to school. I won't go to school. I don't tell myself what I won't be. I've already told myself, okay, I want to go to school. I want to do this. I want to be this. Even what I wanted to become is a lawyer. I told myself, I want to be a lawyer. When I was growing up that year, I said, I want to be a lawyer. But what happened is when I did my WAEC, my literature was seized. That was the reason why I didn't go further in that law aspect. My literature was seized, so it's part of the criteria that I need. It's part of the course I need to become a lawyer. That was how I changed my mindset towards something else. So those years, they would say, oh, Amaka, now you go lead also. You will be the leader. And me, all those years, it's true, I might not be perfect, but public speaking is what I love so much. But trust me, most of those ladies, most of those women who are shy those days during our university level, if you see them now, they are bold and confident. They are well respected. Well respected. Everywhere, even in their husband's house. Many of them are married. Well respected. They bold, all those shyness, they are all gone. There's no way a child can be educated and still remain shy. Shy for what now? You tell people, what is it that you want to see in this life that you've not seen? You've seen it all. In the university, they say it's maradum. Maradum. That's marahedum. Know everything. You've learned the good, you've known the bad. So you've chosen the line, the line, the area to follow. You've chosen the area to go about. So there's no shyness. There's no way you can just put shyness as your number one priority. No, it's not necessary. It's not important. So educating a girl child is very, very crucial, very important. It's an investment every parent should make towards the future. If you don't know that today, know it. You should know that and know peace. If you don't invest on your girl child, if you don't invest in the girl child, don't expect bigger vision, bigger dreams from her tomorrow. Don't do that. Because you as a parent, you have actually failed too on your own side. If you are born poor and you die poor, you should have yourself to blame. Because there are so many things that one can do. There are so many things you can involve yourself. There are so many things you can engage yourself with. There are so many ways you can tell yourself, okay, I came from this family. I don't want to remain the way I am. I know where I'm coming from. I could remember those years when I was working, I was hustling. I used to tell myself that, oh, I don't want a situation that I will go back to where I'm coming from. I want to move from. I want to move because I know the background. I know where we are coming from. It wasn't easy. But by the grace of God, it was easy. Because my parents even tried. They tried in giving us the formal education, which is primary, secondary school. We undergo those stage. They try. So I will not say they did not try. They tried. Because there are some people, even their girl child, even primary school, they can't even impact them. Go to the streets of Aja, you will see small girls begging in the streets. Don't they have parents? The next thing they will say is, don't you know that the country is hard? Yes, the country is hard, but before you give birth to that girl child, what was your plan? What was your plan? What were you thinking? Were you thinking to give birth to her and just leave her to wander around? Now, leave her to suffer or leave her to fall into the hand of guys to molest her? You should have think twice. Every girl child deserves the best. Every girl child deserves education. Every girl child deserves to go far. Every girl child deserves to be learned. Because when a parent does that, that parent is doing good for that child to have to even to themselves and also to the nation, to the community at large. Because that child will be useful, will be beneficial. That child will not be a liability. That child will not be someone that, okay, you will stay. Sometimes when you train up your child, sometimes you sleep, you say, oh, inside your mind, I trust my daughter, I know what she can do. During my own time, because I trained myself in the university, during my own time, my parents will call me, they will say, oh, Amaka, oh, Yo-Yo, they call me Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo is my pet name. They will say, is there anyhow we can assist you? Is there anything you need? My mom they used to call me that year. Is there anything you need? They used to call me because I don't bother them. I don't disturb them. While I was in the university, I don't disturb my parents. I go to school and I work. I am not handicapped. I do so many things at the same time. I am proud of myself to say it. I do so many things while I was in university. What have I not sold? Which business have I not done? I went for full time. At the same time, my weekend is a weekend of business. In my class, they call me businesswoman. They call me businesswoman because while I was in school, I I feed very well. Like I eat like a rich girl, a rich child, because I work so hard. I told myself that I would never see myself uh, begging somebody for money for something. Sometimes during the weekend, I'll go for ushering job. I'll go for ushering job. Sometimes I'll be in the hostel making people's hair, fixing nails. This was the skill I learned before I embarked myself in school. Because I already know that where I'm coming from, the money is not there. There's nothing like, oh, mommy, uh, they said we should buy handouts. Mommy, I need 20,000 to buy handouts. There's nothing like that. So I already know where I'm coming from. And I told myself, no, look, Amaka, you have to work hard. I put in my best. Weekend that most of my friends use in going for party, I use my weekend to work. Friday afternoon, I will leave in school. I'll tell my friends that I'm going to work. I'll go to work. I'll come to work in the island. I'll work Friday night, work Saturday evening, come back to the hostel Sunday morning. Sometimes when I have strength, I will go dress and go to church, come back and sleep and rest and wait for Monday class. So it wasn't easy for me as a girl child growing up due to the fact that education, I didn't really get it fully from my parents. I have to I have to put myself in a position of work. I have to be busy. I have to do so many things at the same time. And thank God today, everything I did for myself was not a waste. No one is a waste. Even till now, I'm still making use of some things that I knew from school. After my university, I went for my youth service. From youth service, I did my NIM. I become member of Nigerian Institute of Personal Management, chartered. I do all those things. Not that I'm rich to do it, but because I want to see myself growing. Because I know I will learn from there. And that's still part of connections. Then another thing I forgot to tell you is when a girl child is educated, that girl child is connected. She will be connected to the right people in the society. The right people, rightful people. When I mean the right people, you know what I'm talking about. Right people, not the wrong people. She will meet right connection. She will network well. Right network will come her way. There's no way her network will never be good. Because of what? She have that educational background. But when someone is not educated, it's not easy to mingle. Sometimes when you come to where educated people are, it's easy for them to fish you out. It's easy for them to say, oh, this one is not it. In fact, now, in some societies, in some groups, even in the church, criteria to join that group is that you must be a graduate. Be as it may be, even in the church where we are, even in the house of God, criteria to belong to a particular group is number one criteria is that you must be a graduate. If you're not a graduate, you can't be part of those group. So you see how good education is towards girl child. Okay, tell me a girl that wants to belong to a particular group in a church, and you now come, they said, oh, are you a graduate? You now tell them, no, I'm not a graduate. You know how that girl will feel? She will feel bad. She will feel bad. She might not be in the position to go and tell the parents, oh, why didn't you train me in school? Why didn't you embark me in school? She won't do, but she will equally go back and think for herself. If it's someone that has sense, if someone that is reasonable, the person might go back and say, okay, I will have to embark myself on a part-time program, or I'll have to go and do an online course, or I'll have to do one or two things. Yeah, because the world where we are into today is not is not really possible, that it's not really important that you must be physical in class. Sometimes you can be in your house and you're undergoing a program. Be in your house, you finish a program of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, collect your certificate, and trust me, you are now a graduate. You become a graduate, you become part of the society, you become part of what people talk about, you become part of the usefulness of the society and to your family at large. So guys, at this point, I want us to have it at the back of our minds that education is very important, it's key to everybody, every gender. But when it comes to girl child, please, it's very crucial. It's very, very, very important. It's like a part of investment. It's not just a moral obligation, but it's like an investment that you are investing for yourself and for that child for the future. At this point, I will call this topic a stop here. I hope we all understand and believe on what I just said and what I just talked about. I hope you guys understand that educating your girl child, it's good. It goes a long way. So we'll be stopping this topic from here, and some other time we'll be talking about something different. I hope every parents will see this topic and look into it and take it serious, and make sure that every girl child undergo formal education, if not undergoing the higher institutions. Thank you so much for staying with me to this moment. And if you're still watching my channel, you're still on my live, you're still coming to my live, my videos, and you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Are we quarreling? Please kindly subscribe to this channel. We have a lot to do in this channel. We have a whole lot to discuss. We have a whole lot to cook, a whole lot to bake. So kindly subscribe to this channel and try to always on your notification button, so that each time I come live, you will be notified first. And when I post a video, you will be notified first as well. And whenever you see me live, kindly engage on the live. Kindly say something. It's more lively when audience are discussing with the host. Yes, you can say your mind, you can say your opinion concerning this topic we just talked about. Importance of girl child. If you have any opinion to drop down, you can drop it down on the comment section, and trust me, others too will learn from it, others will benefit from it. And when we do all this, we build the nation together, we build the community together, we build a better future for our girl children, for our girl child. We build a better future for them, giving them the opportunity to explore, the opportunity to mingle, the opportunity to connect, the opportunity to network, the opportunity to be able to interact wherever they find themselves. So guys, thank you so much for always coming to my life. Thank you so much for contributing to my life. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always engaging. Thank you for always coming through to my channel. God bless you as you continue to do so. Remain blessed. If you have any contribution, kindly put them in the comment section. Let's trash it out. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much. So guys, at this point, I'll be calling it a day. And guys, please don't forget to join me this evening. I'm coming live this evening. We're treating a particular recipe. We'll be making soup and something else. So join me live this evening if you can. And I know you definitely can. So please join me this live this evening when I come live. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for supporting my life. Thank you for joining, and remain blessed till we see in my next life. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. I love you.